Hey guys, today we're trying Mask of Mists as requested by Patreon subscriber Nox, and I gotta admit, like, I see this title screen and I'm like, I feel like there's 20 games like this that I've played that are bleeding together in my brain, but we'll see. Show us what you got, game. This story begins with another job challenge. Okay. That's I don't know. Maybe I'm insane. I feel like that's a really strange first sentence for a story. This story begins with another job challenge. A what? Like a thing that we're used to already? Or like, we're like, oh yeah, I love job challenges. I do this all the time. We're doing another one today. I feel like this is supposed to be like episode 5 of a series where we keep getting job challenges. But it's the first sentence of the entire game. I know, I'm going too heavy on this. You were asked to find the missing person. It was nothing unusual except for the fact this person was an Archmage of the Academy, and, as you know, untraceable disappearances are extremely unusual for Archmages. Archmage Crowl conducted his research on infected territory, the area of fierce battles during the last war with the Empire. The infected territory? Or is the area just called infected territory, like the same way that someone would call an area like Brazil? The amount of magic which fell on this land was so huge that it weakened the barrier that protected us from the abyss, and many of its inhabitants filled the area. You were promised a triple-size fee in case of success, and the Archmage's colleagues kindly offered to teleport you directly to your destination. You enter the portal after hesitating for a few moments. Okay. You know, but the thing that it could be like, after a moment of hesitation, you gather up your wits and you enter the portal, as opposed to like, you enter the portal after hesitating for a few moments. Like, I don't know. I used to spend time as a TA proofreading shit, and I was like, let's spice this shit up. I thought I could do something with that. The mask really stood out to me. Also, I guess the game's also called Mask of Mists, so I should be like, ooh, masks, give it to me. No, they're just chilling out. Bird butt. Bird front. Hello. Okay, are you a puzzle game? Maybe. It's actually unexpected. Seeing the visuals, I was like, alright. Buckle up, everyone, for another game where we, slowly gather resources to craft, like, some potions and maybe a table. And so on. Like the art style is so evocative of that particular style of game that and it's getting really hard to tell those games apart from each other. The various kind of games that are like kind of inspired by Minecraft a bit, but often don't have the voxel world necessarily where you're destroying terrain. But they're definitely on like that crafting curve. Oh, I lost count of how many I had so far. Alright. So throw is left click. Let's get these past the gate. I assume I can use these for something. Blue flower. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe it is a crafting game. The little intro thing wasn't so much a puzzle. It might have been more of like a... just a little locked area to make sure you know, like, learn the buttons. Okay, we've got a town area. The lever's broken and needs to be replaced. Maybe it is like a navigational sort of puzzle campaign where you solve your way past a bunch of obstacles. There we go. That could be nice. I was kind of apprehensive. Probably can burn it or chop it. I was kind of apprehensive of the idea of sitting down for like one of those games where you read a bunch of recipes and it's like, oh, you need a purple flower and a vial and some spring water to make the potion of durability. And you just read a bunch of recipes and tutorials and craft. But I'm actually... This might be a little super landy. Need to find the storage key. Oh. Sometimes, loading screens. Whoa, that was a transition screen. Hello. Not quite. They're not clipping through the wall. Oh. Ah. Seems I can activate them all, but probably have to do them in the right order. Got some bookshelves. Does not pass the bookshelf test. Same. That's normal, because every game fails the bookshelf test. United they are in failure. Got a carrot. Old stove for cooking. We need 6 firewood. The hinges of this hatch rusted long ago and you can't open it. Sometimes it's exciting to go into a game completely blind because you start just like sitting there like trying to get a read on like, what genre is this game? That's exciting. Okay, we probably get an axe or something. It might help with the vines, but it probably helps with that, at least. Or a sword. I guess that works. Get to point the camera straight at it, or it'll not react. Ah! Got my first mask. My stone mask. What do? Note. Abandoned fort. It seems that this abandoned fort will serve me as an excellent shelter for the near future. Moreover, I even managed to open the passage to my workplace. The main thing is not to forget the correct sequence of runes, otherwise I will have to start all over again. This abandoned fort will serve me excellently, but I also managed to open the place to my workspace. Is this my place, or is it an abandoned place? Huh. I don't know. It's just the writing keeps standing out to me as being odd. You'd think they'd be like, oh, I managed to open up a place that will serve well as my new workplace, but he just calls it his workplace already, like it always was. Arrow RB bow tie, or other bow tie. Shit, not a good example. Arrow RB bow tie. Arrow RB, yeah. Cancer awareness bow tie, other bow tie. Or I guess just awareness bow tie. Well, shit. I take it that's the workplace. Right, we need wood for that. That needs to be unhinged. Ha. Was there a box in this room? No. Fort Terrace key. I think that's everything around here. Sup? Well, this place is pristine. That looking very companion cubey. Hello. Oof. I assume they do something eventually. Alright, the masks covering the bed is a weird visual. I just like to sleep with them. Anti-rust potion, blue flower and witch mushroom. I found the blue flower already, didn't I? So far, it seems like you do like the crafting and everything, but it's like, it's more like, oh, you get the ingredients as like unique items as a reward for exploring, as opposed to like just kind of wandering around a procedurally generated area to grab a bunch of garbage on endless loops. This picture looks unfinished. There's a few subtle hints. How? I'll unfinish you. I'm gonna go find some mushroom. Lost key. I can't find Fort Terrace key anywhere. I must have dropped it again when I was working on my last picture. I would never have thought that such a harmless hobby could cause so much inconvenience. So they're working on this picture. You said you dropped it while you were working on it, so I guess you were at this location painting from this perspective. So if I can find this dome and then go out towards the the doorway direction, I should be able to find a key on the ground there. I'm not sure what the cubes are for. Alright, I'm kind of digging this. Even if I opened this with an intro of like Keith is pedantic about writing for some reason. I know it's a weird hill, but like I'm just like, why is that the first sentence of the entire game? It just sounds strangely. I guess it's implying that you're like have a long and storied past with this kind of quest or something. But it's just phrased weirdly as like the first sentence of a story. I don't think it really works as like an in medias res, as just being like, wow, we're just gonna go in without any explanation, just hop in. It's like no, it's a pretty awkward start for a story, even in that style. Boo! It seems that you cannot jump on these. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure what they're for. But they're here. Let's put them together, I guess. What's up? They're kind of like dice, because they have different things on each side. There's a chest up there, but I don't think I can do anything to get up there. I think that's the fort key door that I've heard of before. Ah. I think I may have found a use for the boxes. The gap. It seems that its last owner disappeared exactly through this gap after the end of the battle. Its last owner. I assume they mean the fort? As a cursory inspection showed, it's necessary to find and activate 3 navigation crystals to open it safely. These crystals were usually placed underground, not far from the place of the gap, so I think I can easily find them. Crystals. Oh, this is probably where the key is? They're probably working on the painting from like around here? Maybe. A piece of excellent fertile land. They say crystals, but they have like square bases, so I'm kind of curious. It kind of looks like these would fit. Probably gonna need something a little more crystally. I mean, the cubes could have been crystals. Are you guys crystals? I mean, it seems like it, but you also don't seem interactive. Maybe it's not quite the same spot, but this, I feel like this might be where the key was. What was that? Owl shield. Okay, yeah, interaction icons show up from really far away. So if I was going to be able to find a key, I probably would have been able to see it by now. Maybe there's probably just more ruins. Huh. This might be wood that I need for the fireplace. Could definitely use the key if we can find it. Let's see if I have enough to make that potion yet. Honestly, I've broken enough of these boards and boxes that you would think I'd have enough to use for that one fireplace by now. But you can't pick them up. The rubble. No. Yeah, that is somewhere else. It would seem. Throw the cube into the sun. Oh. There's just floating shit up here. Well, now we have some idea what these are for, huh? I'm digging this. It's a bit like Superland, where you kind of wander around and poke and see what you can find and explore. The crafting is there, but it's not like Minecraft, like the Minecraft wave of games. But instead, just like unique items you need to discover. So you get that satisfying sense where you have a bunch of problems you're juggling and you're trying to like keep them all in your head. And then making discoveries and then trying to relate, like, okay, which of my problems does this discovery I've made relate to? As you explore a big ol' zone. A pan. A lever. I don't know why I say lever all the time. Like it's a lever. I think some people do call them levers, but I only weirdly say it in video games. Like only during videos do I say the word lever like that. I don't know why I do it. Alright, so we found this guy. That's good shit. We can open up this area now. Enemy? Hat? What? Ew. Ew. What a gross little bitey sound. Every single time. I don't like it. Make it stop. I have no idea what this is. Better not touch it. Touch. A strong burning sensation runs through your fingers and you pull your hand away in a hurry. Ow. Cut it. Ooh. How? Did the magic turn you into a skeleton? What's your deal? Because if you decayed, how would you like perfectly decay to lose all of your flesh, but your mask is just kind of sticking on there? Maximum health increased. Oh. Dang. I don't feel like dealing with you. Goodbye. Old tree. It seems that it will not be difficult to cut it down with my axe. No. I need like an actual weapon. Ow. Go away. Weird little goober. Another stone mask. I went into like Zelda mode immediately and was like, ooh, a stone mask. Just thinking like, oh, the masks must do different things like a Majora's mask. But now I have 2 stone masks. So no, they just are masks made of stone. Hey, you look friendly. It seems for a moment that there was someone inside the hollow. But, oh, I thought I went inside and I was a little terrified, honestly. Bye-bye. What is that? Ah! Just doing whatever I can to try to mitigate incoming damage. But I don't think I have much in the way of abilities at the moment. Pretty much just slash away and see if I can evade a little bit, if I'm lucky. This is alright. Little dungeon crawler stuff going on. What was that? Just kind of there, I guess. Oh, okay, this is just a real dungeon, isn't it? This really has been a continual sense of discovery the whole time we've been figuring out, like, what exactly is this game? It keeps surprising me a little bit more again, where I'm like, okay, a combat dungeon. Not exactly where I would have expected we were going with this. It's a nice color palette in here. Kind of pleasant. There was something kind of hyper generic about like the tutorial area. This is kind of going places. Hello. Screw you. I move pretty quickly, so I'd kind of prefer to just skip all the fights if I can. What? Because the fighting is so far the low point. Wow, it really is like Superland. Superland. That's an awkward name. I never really got. What? I heard it great, but I also I also heard something that kind of sounded a little violent coming after me, maybe? Like a whoop. I'm not sure if I heard that correctly or not. Oh, hello. There'd be traps. I should really figure out how to heal. There it is. Q. Game saved. That feels like you're implying something bad might happen. Sun, moon. So turn off the moon one? Did I puzzle? Sun, moon. I puzzled! Hi. Oh, I have a sprint apparently. I'm just discovering buttons on the fly right now. No? So these implied light, not, light. So it's like light, not, light. I was taking the candles as a clue. Little escape room thing going on here, huh? We got a clue somewhere. One of them sticks out more than the other ones. Like, this is a deeper hallway. So I thought maybe you're supposed to make that one the only one that's lit. Maybe it's supposed to be the only one that's not lit. No. Do only some of them have grass behind them? They all have grass behind them. Let's continue here for now. Be gone, combat. I'm not here for you. Anyway, back to this stuff. Hello. Don't know what all the stone masks are for, but I am collecting them. Well, now I'm all sorts of curious about this game. Huh. That's one. That certainly is a broken pot sound you could use, I suppose. Ah, the drawing resembles the plan of the room. So long one and the two that are on the opposite side of the room. Does this cost anything to do? It just kind of is a little... I guess it's more of a dodge than a sprint, huh? Navigation crystal. Is this a teleporter? Does this hurt? It hurts! You know what? Yeah, maybe take me back. I don't know if there's much more to do. I assume activating the navigator crystal was like my goal, but I don't necessarily know that for sure. That second gate at the main base really opened the level up a bit, didn't it? Suddenly we're going all over the place. So I've collected a number of things in this direction compared to the previous one. Can't use it again. Just wanted to see if it would heal me. The first time around, it helped with my... It increased my health, but I was like, can you just refill my health, perhaps? Pretty please? Aha, I was right about this part. Could you imagine if you could just always move around as quickly as you do when you're dashing? Just get out of here. Make the whole game 20 minutes long. Pan. Firewood. Alright, so that said if I want to cook. I might be able to make the anti-rust potion. No ingredients, you say? Where's my inventory? Blue flower. Wood mushroom. I think I have the flower and that's it still. It's like we're still not making any progress towards this goal. And I didn't find that correctly. Do I have any keys left? Not sure. What can you cook? For the moment, we just kind of stare at it, huh? We have made less progress than anticipated. That's probably a decent place to end it for now, then. So guys, if you're curious about this game, this is Mask of Mists. You can check out the link in the description to go check out the Steam page. Thank you to the developer for sending me a code so I can preview their game. Thanks for watching like always, guys, and I'll see you next time.